morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, I bring you genuinely awesome, exciting news that I didn't see coming, but I did ask for basically exactly this multiple times when we were heading into the Sword and Shield era, and we didn't know what Vs and VMAXs were going to be. Actual raid battles, Pokémon TCG Raid Battles, are coming, and they're actually free to download and play right now. And we might as well start off with a Pokemon, right? Take a look at these bad boys. We've got Pikachu that goes up to 2,800 HP, and we've got Dreadnought that goes up to 3,000 HP. Yeah, we keep talking about stuff like Snorlax VMAX at 340 as a free prize Pokemon, and Wailord V at 280 for a 2-prize Pokemon. 3,000 HP? That is, frankly, ladies and gentlemen, ridiculous and silly and over the top, and I love it. But how does it actually work? Well, essentially what happens is it is a 4-player game, and yeah, sure, you can team up with 3 mates, but there's nothing to stop you just playing this on your own. There's nothing to stop you getting 4 Pokemon and just rolling. Why not? That could be fun. And essentially what you do is each of the 4 players has an active Pokemon and a bench Pokemon that you are free to switch around as you like before you attack. And when you attack, you are able to use whichever attacks you like. You don't have to use energy. Now, one of the examples they used in the video was Dragonite GX. Of course, in this kind of game, Dragonite GX becomes broken because it does 270 HP. And you've got to discard free energy from it, except energy isn't a thing, so you totally don't have to, and life is good. Dragonite GX, broken. Of course, because you can just go ahead and play whichever Pokemon you like and use whichever attacks you like, clearly some change has to be made, and the change made is the fact that each of these Pokemon actually has 3 different levels, and how much power your team has will determine which one you take on. You see, there are levels. What you do is each player looks at the maximum amount of damage that can be done by either of their Pokemon, and that gives you 4 numbers. 4 numbers that represent the pinnacle of the damage of your team, so to speak. And essentially what you do is you add up those 4 numbers, and that determines which level you play against. As you can see from the handy graphic on the screen, what we've got here is under 250, don't even bother, you're going to lose. 250 to 390, level 1. 400 to 590, level 2. 600 plus, level 3. So if you're playing Dragonite, unless you're with a whole bunch of weak Pokemon, you're going to be playing the level 3. And of course, the Pokemon just gets bigger and badder depending. So Pikachu goes from 1400 to 2000 to 2800 HP. And then we got the attack, so quick attack, level 1, 20 damage, flip a coin if heads 40. Level 2, 40 damage, flip a coin if heads 60. Level 3, 50 damage, flip a coin if heads 80. Discharge does 30, 40 or 50 damage to each of the Pokemon in play. And Volt Tackle either does 150 and 40 to itself, 180 and 60 to itself, or 220 and 100 to itself. And 100 to itself sounds like a lot, until you realise it's got 2,800 HP. Dreadnought VMAX goes from 1,600 to 2,200 to 3,000 HP. It's always 200 more than Pikachu. And Bite stops you attacking and does 30, 40 or 60 damage. Ouch. Jaw Lock does 60 damage, or 80 damage, or 100. And stops retreating, i.e. it stops you being able to switch with your bench Pokemon, which you can usually do before you attack. And Hydro Pump does a flat 120, 160 or 200 damage. Yowza. Now, in terms of which attack you use, there are actually boss cards that you essentially shuffle up, and they determine which attacks are used. So, I mean, you see the ones on the screen, they are just use attack 1 against player 1, 2, 3, or 4. And you essentially dole these out. How many do you dole out? Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, depends on the level. 2 if you're a level 1, as in you're against a level 1. 3 against a level 2. And 4 against a level 3 Pokemon. Because, again, the level 3 is supposed to be really difficult. Not only do they get more HP and more powerful attacks, but they also physically do more attacks than they would be doing if they were a lower level. And the really cool thing here is that it actually mirrors a lot what we see in raid battles in the video game. Now, you guys know as well as I do at this stage, I am a huge fan of the raid battles. I've been streaming them on a Wednesday for a while now. And they have adjusted the mechanics to fit nicely. So, the raid Pokemon, the boss, the VMAX, is not there to try and take out all of your Pokemon. It's trying to get 4 knockouts, at which point it runs away. Just like in the video game. When a Pokemon takes enough damage to be knocked out, you put a knockout counter on it. It cannot attack next turn. We'll get to cheering in a moment. But then after a turn, the knockout counter comes off, and away we go. And then, of course, we've got cheering, because there's cheering in the video game, so there's cheering in here as well. We get a bunch of cheer cards. Now, there are 5 of these that can be used, and essentially what you do is you draw one of these when you would usually be attacking, because of the whole you're not actually able to attack thing, and a Pokemon of your choice does double damage. You heal 80 from each player's Pokemon, heal all damage from one Pokemon, the boss can't play more than 1 card next turn, or attacks from all Pokemon do 50 more damage this turn. So they are actually genuinely, legitimately good cards that are going to help you out rather massively. This sounds absolutely amazing. You can literally just go and you go to Pokemon.com/raid-battle, and that will allow you to download and print out everything you need to play, and you're ready to go. It looks awesome. And I was asking for exactly this when we were looking and trying to decide what Vs and VMAXs are going to be. Now, since we've talked about everything a little bit piecemeal, let's finish with a very quick run through of how to play. So you start off, you put the boss out at the appropriate level. Again, I'll put the graphic up again. This is how you decide exactly what level it's going to be put at. Add up the most powerful attack on all of them, and away we go. And then you decide which one's active and which one's benched for each player. Now, on your turn, if there is a cheer, you do a cheer. If not, fine. You can retreat, i.e. switch your active with your bench Pokemon, and you just attack. The rule is, if you can do the text, this attack does extra damage if you flip a coin, do it. If you can't do the text, discard energy, don't do it. Simple as that. And then obviously you place damage counters depending on how much damage you've actually done. If you've done enough damage to KO the boss goes away. Now, on the boss's turn, they do not automatically get all of the cards. They draw a card, and if it says to draw one more card, you do. Now, not all of them do. Some of them don't. If it says draw another card, you draw another card. Another attack essentially happens. If you either get all of the spaces filled, i.e. 4 for a level 3, 2 for a level 1, etc., or you just draw an attack that doesn't say to draw an extra card, then you don't draw an extra card. If you are knocked out, you place a knockout counter on, and you're not allowed to attack on the following turn, but then you can just come right back. Sounds like fun. I love this. I absolutely love this, ladies and gentlemen. This sounds absolutely amazing. In terms of simplification, the simplification basically is they've taken out evolving and they've taken out energy cost, and some attacks now can't be used in the same way they would because they involve things like evolving, energy cost, etc. But I tell you what, I am going to have an awful lot of fun playing this, and I hope you guys are too. But I'd like to know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Rassi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.